their one guy for the 3 games, so he did not have to go up against our 1 or 2, so they could salvage a game in the series, is what I was told. We will see shortly if that is true. And, yeah, so hopefully we'll have some good baseball. And if that is the case, then it may be a barn burner here today for Game 3, and Brantley County looks to salvage at least 1 game out of this series, Taft.
Yeah, I want to correct something that you called out on and caught for me, as my old eyes have once again failed me. I said we were, 14-10 in the series in the last 10 years, and we went back and looked. It was actually 17-7. So not much difference, but it is a difference, and I don't like giving numbers that aren't correct, so I do appreciate you finding that for me.
And we are numbers people, and we love numbers, and numbers don't ever lie, really. And that 14-10, that 10 was ugly. We don't like double digits, but yes, I think it's been off the top of my head, we haven't lost a series to Brantley County since 05, if I'm correct.
I think you are correct.
I think 05 was Coach Smith's first year, and he got swept by Brantley County, and then after that, they racked up 15 in a row, and then my freshman year would have been 2013, and then we split with them my freshman year, and that was the first loss, and would have been the end of the 15-game win streak against them. And then we come on back today, and yes, so
you are correct. But if you look in there and you look at all the way back until 2014, there's a bunch of ones in there from Brantley taking 1 at least.
And going back to look right there and tell me when we started playing the 3-game sets there. 2020 or 21? 19. So you've got, going back to give you some context, it was only a 2-game set. So either you split, you swept, or you got swept. There was really nothing in between. But now, since the 3-game series has been introduced, you've got the opportunity to at least win the series, even though you may drop 1.
That is correct. So we'll see how it ends up today, and hopefully history don't repeat itself. In a lot of these last 2 or 3 years, it's been a 2-1 series. So
it has. As we know, they're a scrappy ball club, and they were 1 or 2 big hits yesterday from getting right back into the game, and maybe 1 big swing from walking things off if 1 or 2 calls are made a little different.
That's exactly right. So it looks like we're getting pretty close to a first pitch. I guess we can go ahead and get their lineup out of the way.
We can. Leading off for Brantley County is going to be number 9, Brody Yeomans, and he'll be in center field. Batting second's number 18, Trip Hendrickson. He'll be on the mound for them. Batting third's number 8, the DH Colt Thrift, and he'll be hitting for number 7, the left fielder Dallin Hester. Batting fourth, number 17, the catcher Austin Nipper. Batting fifth, number 3, the shortstop Avery Sons. Batting sixth will be number 20, the first baseman Catlin Koger. And batting seventh, number 12, playing third base will be Caden Hendricks. Batting eighth, number 4, right fielder Nolan Guy. And rounding out that Brantley County Heron lineup, who has been a pirate killer so far, number 1, playing second base, Mr. Mason Thomas.
He has. And quickly for your Pirate lineup, Colin Ewald's going to lead things off. He's out in right field. Grayson Hall will bat second. He's over at second base. Jason Griffiths is still in the 3 spot. He's out at shortstop. Nate Livingston in the cleanup spot behind the plate. NJ Nance is out in center, batting fifth. In the 6th spot will be J.E. Sykes. He's DHing for Jack Carter, who will get to start on the mound tonight. Landon Anderson will be batting 7th over at first. Caden Walls will be in the 8th spot out in left field. And Nolan Sykes will flip it back over to the top. And he's over at the hot corner at third base. So getting mighty close to a first pitch as we fix to get to a national anthem. And we'll be ready for some more Friday evening baseball. And a beautiful baseball day it is.
That it is, Taft.
So we'll take a short break. We'll come back. We'll have the first pitch for you. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
Play ball! Woody Folsom Ford is always proud to support the Pirates. When it comes to financing, selection, service, and sales, the team at Woody Folsom Ford knows how to hit it out of the park. Round the bases to Woody Folsom Ford in Baxley and see for yourself.
Let's go!
New or pre-owned, bling or budget, big or small, Woody Folsom Ford has them all. And ask about the lifetime powertrain warranty. It all starts when you talk to Woody.
It's gone!
Go Pirates!
Trinity Electrical Services is proud to provide the absolute best in industrial and commercial lighting. Folks from all around trust Trinity. They set the industry standard in industrial and commercial contracting work, including sports field lighting and airfield construction. Give owner Chad Hutchinson a call today. 912-366-7773. Again, that number, 912-366-7773. Trinity Electrical Services, located at 2317 Golden House West, Suite 4 in Baxley.
Looking for the perfect manufactured or modular home? Look no further. Introducing Uri's Home Center, your premier manufactured home dealer serving Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. At Uri's Home Center, we're committed to finding you the ideal manufactured or modular home that fits your lifestyle and budget. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a growing family, or looking to downsize, we have the home for you. Call us today, 912-240-0111, or visit us on the web at uris.com. That's YUREZZ.com. Promotional offers and availability may vary. See store for details.
This is Gretchen Bailey, Appleton County Probate Judge. Appleton County has always been my home. The Appleton County Pirates have always been my hometown team. Roots are what bind a community, and they run deep in this Appleton County resident. The Appleton County Probate Court documents your roots, and with each new birth, those roots continue to grow. I desire to honor my roots by serving the citizens of Appleton County. Honor your roots this election. Make your voice heard, and re-elect Gretchen Bailey, Appleton County Probate Judge.
Paid for by the candidate. You've reached Cody's cell phone. Please leave me a message after the beep and I'll call you back.
Hey man, listen, I know your trailer's busted and you want to borrow mine, but I'm going to need it this weekend. So just do what I did. Go to Down to Earth Trailers in Baxley. Their parts showroom is huge. They will hook you up with everything you need to get your trailer up and running like brand new. They have a huge selection. They've been in business for over 20 years, so you know they're in it for the long haul. Give Down to Earth Trailers a call at 877-363-3007.
Identify yourself.
WUFE and W244CR. Baxley.
I like them even better now.
The greatest hits of all time. The Big Wolf 96.7.
Welcome back. So what we mentioned before going to the break, a beautiful day for baseball as Jack Carter's on the mound for the Pirates, taking his warm-up pitches. And as me and you talked about for just a second before the break, can't get much better. Maybe you won't get cold tonight.
Hopefully not. And, yes, I've been out here in shorts and a short-sleeve shirt. And this prime South Georgia weather has caught me lacking in the 5th, 6th, 7th inning every game so far. But I do not suspect we'll see any cold weather tonight, Taff.
We won't. As the wind kind of laid down, flags just hanging straight down out in center field. So it won't be much of that either. And Brantley County is going to lead things off here with Brody Yeomans, Hendricks, and Thrift. 1, 2, and 3. He's actually had a slow series for the most part up until Yeomans yesterday, and he started it off with a long ball back in the first and almost hit another one.
Yeah, very slow series for the top part of this lineup compared to what they usually do and what they're used to doing.
Yeah, and the bottom has kind of picked up that slack as Thomas, Guy, and even the other Hendricks down there have had a pretty good series.
Yeah, it's almost been a reverse there. The bottom three is kind of carrying the top three, and whichever other way you want to look at it. But, yes, Brody Yeomans and Austin Nipper and Trip Hendricks as well have always hit the ball very well against us and always ended up being in the contention for some all-region honors, as far as I can remember. So, yes, hopefully we can keep them at bay today, keep them off the base paths, and keep them cold. We wish them the best of the luck for the rest of the year, but just not against the Pirates.
That's exactly right. And hopefully the Pirates can keep their hitting ways up as they've got the bats going in those since region started. Much better than what we were doing non-region schedule.
And that's exactly right. As the Pirates were struggling in the box for better half of the season so far, and I'd say the majority up until, as you just said, region play started. But we're going to get things underway here in Baxley, Georgia this afternoon. Brody Yeomans steps in. Jack Carter on the mound for the Pirates.
The first pitch is going to sail over Livingston into the backstop, 1-0.
And Jack just killed the bull.
Might as well get that one out of the way.
Go ahead and get it out of your system. Kevin Costner would be proud.
That he would.
So 1-0 to Yeomans, who did lead off the bottom half with a big fly yesterday. And there's ball 2.
As I'm sure you may have heard in the background, that one also hit the backstop.
It did. Clean off the cushion.
See if Carter can rein it in here. And he does. He gets the swing and the miss, and it's now 2-1. As we've mentioned in the past, not much rattles Jack Carter. He can throw 7 or 8 balls in a row, come back and throw 7 or 8 strikes.
He's a very even kill. And just as you called it, the first 2 pitches hit the backstop and didn't even hit the catcher's glove, and then the next 2 are painting the corner.
So 2-2 is your count. So Brody Yeomans, who had the long ball yesterday for Brantley.
A little Charlie Sheen character like in Major League to him.
He goes with an off-speed pitch, misses outside. And it's now 3-2.
Three and 2 to Brody Yeomans.
Swung on and hit hard but foul and out of play down the right side. As Yeomans, I believe, started this series 0 for 5. And then got the bat going pretty well, or 0 for 4.
And then got going with a hit late in game 1, or either he didn't get his first hit until game 2. It was late game 1, early game 2.
That was a pretty good pitch. And Yeomans even stood there and looked at it, but he didn't get the call, and that'll be a leadoff walk.
So from the look of it, we're not going to get much at the knees or below tonight. So we'll have to adjust accordingly. Great crowd already out here this afternoon, Taft.
It is.
And we are 1 batter in. That's going to bring Trip Hendricks into the box, and he'll be doing the pitching for Brantley County this afternoon.
That one's going to be swung on and hit foul into Livingston's glove, but wasn't able to hold on to it. But a foul ball nonetheless. Kickoff attempt at first, nothing doing. So Hendricks behind 0-1. 2.5-step lead for Yeomans over at first. And the breaking ball, where is that missing?
And apparently it's missing low.
And is this the guy that I believe it is? Same umpire that he just does not like that low pitch. That's a ground ball hit into the 3-4 hole. Old Grayson dives, and it gets under his glove. And that'll be a single.
And I believe they learned their lesson last night, not to run on Colony Walton. Doesn't matter what base you're trying to get to.
So Hendricks fell behind, but was able to get the single.
So leadoff walk followed by a single, and Brantley County's in business here in the top half of the first. Runners on first and second, nobody out. It's going to bring the DH Colt Thrift up to the plate.
Courtesy runner for Brantley over at first is Cannon. So the Herons threatening here in the top half of the first. Like a changeup, maybe low, 1-0. That's a strike, catches the black outside corner. And it's 1-1. Ground ball hit over to Dason at short. He's going to go to third with it to get the lead runner. As that ball took a funky hop on him.
It did. Took 3 hops, and on the third one, kind of jumped back at him. And he took the easy route there to third base to get the lead runner. So ground ball that could have possibly been a double play, but we'll take the easy one and the sure one for the first out at third base. It's going to bring up catcher Austin Nipper, who's also been very quiet this series. I believe last night we had him 2 for 7 in the series.
That was, I believe you are correct. Hard ground ball down the third baseline, but foul. As I think he did in the game number 2 with a hit.
He did.
And that ball missed being fair by about a foot.
And that would have been trouble.
Oh, most definitely. As it would have got in the corner.
So 0-1 to Nipper.
Breaking ball hits him right on the hip bone. And that's going to load him up.
And that is not the way you wanted to start the game.
So there's going to be a courtesy runner over at first. Looks like number 11. That will be Thomas. Don't have a first name.
Let's see. Possibly can pull it up right here.
Well, I do have a first name, but I'd have to click 4 or 5 times, and it would get me out of my screen here. That's a belt-high fastball called for a strike, 0-1. And that is Avery Sons in the box. So bases full of herons, 1 out. Not going to get that call below the knees, 1-1.
And number 11 would be Kent Thomas, so he is the courtesy runner at first base.
He's going to mess up and away, and it's 2-1. And Carter's going to have to work out of some traffic here.
Dug himself in a hole. He's going to have to get back out of it. He's a ground ball away, so not far.
Swung on, foul back into the net.
And now he evens the count back up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We've got several teams here today doing some scouting. I believe Pierce County's present. You've got some Vidalia Indians standing behind home plate. So 4 of the 6 teams that make up our region, as that fastball is fouled off behind home plate. They actually played on Wednesday and then game 3 on Thursday instead of the Thursday and Friday. So both of those teams are here present. They did not have a game today.
I think we're the only one in the region playing today.
Yes, we are.
Let's go, Avery.
2-2 pitch here to Avery Sons.
Breaking ball, and man, it was a good one as he got him to swing over the top of it, and that'll be the second out.
Very big strikeout there. As we could have used an out any way we could get one. Double play would have been the best case scenario, and I think that's close right there behind it, Taff.
It is, and I think you can make an argument that Jack Carter's best pitch is that breaking ball.
It is.
A very sharp break, late. And he's going to start Rowell off. Or what do you have? Let me make sure I got the right name here. That's Koger.
It is Talon Koger, playing first base this afternoon for Brantley County. Did the pitching yesterday. I believe he started on the mound. Fastball misses down in the zone for ball 1. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top half of the first. If you're just joining us, we are knotted at 0. Brantley County does have the bases loaded here in the top half of the first.
1-1 pitch. Little check swing is rolling right on the line down the first base line.
And it did not come back. It almost did.
It went 3/4 of the way on the line, never got off of it until the very end. So Carter ahead in the count, and he's got one pitch from getting out of a huge jam here.
Very big jam. As he dug himself quite the hole fairly quick. Walked Yeomans. Trip Hendricks singled in the 3-4 hole. Then he did get a fielder's choice, but then he hit Austin Nipper in the elbow. And here we are.
High fly ball hit out into right field. That's going to be Colin Ewaldson. He is now in foul territory, and he makes the catch. And Carter loads him up, but he works his way out of the jam, and no harm done. 0-0 going into the bottom of the first. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
See Rents and Rents Insurance on South Main Street in Baxley or call 912-367-1479 for all your insurance needs. Let's go for a slice. Village Pizza in Baxley has the best pizza around. Everybody knows that, but did you know they've also got a variety of delicious cheese sticks, fresh sandwiches, and barbecue and hot wings? Why not treat yourself to the lunch buffet? It's chock full of just about everything your heart and stomach desires, and it's available from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. They've got a party room in the back, perfect for birthday parties and meetings. Village Pizza on North Main Street in Baxley, open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Give Village Pizza a call, 912-367-9851.
All right, welcome back. Bottom half of the first. No score here. As Appling County is going to get their first shot at it with the stick. And we'll be 1-2-3 lineup, of course, in the lineup. Colin Ewaldson, Grayson Hall.
Go ahead and give you and Cam a seat.
And Basin Griffiths. And this will be, I believe, the first lefty we've seen from Brantley.
That will be Taff. And first time we get a good look at Trip Hendricks, as seems to slate as their 1 or 2 guy. And I was talking to an assistant from Brantley County last night, and from the way he worded things, they did throw off Game 1 and Game 2, as they did not want their guy to be wasted against our 1 or 2. So possibly salvage Game 3 here.
First pitch to Ewaldson is a fastball on the outside corner. It's quickly 0-1. Breaking ball swung on. Hit foul, 0-2. As he has a awkward arm slot
he
delivers from.
That he does. I want to say 3/4, but it's a little less than 3/4 actually.
Makes it very tough to pick up out of his hand. That was a pretty good pitch. Missed a little low.
Very close there with 2 strikes.
But we've seen he don't give that call.
He doesn't. That is not a pitch I vote to let go with 2 strikes.
Breaking ball swung on and missed. Catcher's going to have to throw it down to first. He does. And that'll be the first out of the inning.
One of the few times Colin Ewaldson has led a game off striking out this season.
You don't see it very often.
You don't.
And it's particularly a tough matchup for him, being lefty-lefty.
Grayson Hall steps in the box.
A hard line drive. Actually, a ground ball hit over to the second baseman. And they call him out.
I don't believe they got it right. As second baseman Thomas took that one off of the chest, caught that line drive off the short hop, hit him in the chest, knocked it down. He did a great job of staying with that play, not panicking, and gathering the ball and making the throw there over to first base for out number 2. That's going to bring up shortstop Dason Griffiths. 2 quick outs here in the bottom half for your Pirates.
Dason hits one major league high fly ball out in the center field. Yeomans drifts back. He's able to make the catch, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Pirates. Nothing doing. Still no score going into the top half of the second. Chittis on the Pirate Baseball on 96.7, the Big Wolf.
Getting only one fuel bill a month sure saves time and money, and that's just one of the many benefits since Murray Oil and Omaha Oil have teamed up. The combined businesses mean better pricing on most petroleum products. Be sure to fill up at the convenient key pumps just off South Main Street in Baxley, where all grades of fuel are available. And now when you need diesel, they make it easy to get your DEF fluid at the same time with their convenient DEF pump, only at Omaha Oil. Murray Oil and Omaha Oil, working together to better serve you.
When should you call Lisa Pierce at the Lisa Pierce Agency in Baxley? If you drive this. If you fly this. If you ride this. Lisa Pierce is serious about protecting your business investments and toys. Stop and see Lisa Pierce at 395 West Parker Street in Baxley, or call her at 912-367-4100. She makes it personal.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Are you ready for a rewarding career? Georgia Allied Health Institute in Hazelhurst offers training that leads to real careers in the medical field. They offer day and evening classes, as well as courses in a blended format, including on-site labs, online lectures, and externship experiences. Georgia Allied Health Institute also offers certification courses for medical professionals seeking to become eligible to test for certification. Give Georgia Allied Health Institute a call today, 770-370-7686, or visit them online at alliedhealthinst.com.
Jack Carter on the mound taking his warm-up pitches, going into the top half of the second. No runs on 1 hit for Brantley, no runs on no hits for the Pirates so far. And they're going to lead it off with 7-8-9, I believe.
That they are. Looks like we're going to have Caden Hendricks, Nolan Guy, and Mason Thomas here. 7, 8, 9, then flipping things back over to the top half of that Brantley County lineup.
So the lefty Hendricks, tall lefty. He's got to be pushing 6'4", 6'5".
Yes. His middle brother was 6'2"-ish, tall frame.
First pitch misses inside. The 1-0 turns into 1-1 as that one's outer half, called for a strike. High fastball swung on, drove out into left field, and that's going to get over Caden Wall's head and all the way to the wall. And Hendricks rounds first and will stand up at second.
Tomahawked that ball is what he did. And I thought Caden Walls had a beat on it right off the bat, but the ball kept carrying and ended up in the left center gap.
It wasn't even a full swing.
It wasn't.
Almost like he wanted to check it. But hit it well enough.
He did.
And that'll bring up Nolan Guy. And this is the part of the lineup that's done some damage.
This is the part of the lineup that has saw the ball extremely well against the Pirates.
Fastball catches the inside half. And unlike last inning, Carter is jumping ahead of the hitters. As both batters, he jumped ahead 0-1. As that one's going to be hard down the right field line and just foul. As that would have been at least another double.
That would have plated the first run of the ball game there.
it's been back-to-back lefties for the Herons. And the right-handed Thomas waits on deck.
So nobody out here in the top half of the second. Caden Hendricks on leadoff via double.
And that'll be strike 3. Got him looking on the breaking ball.
Yeah, and that is a big strike out there, Taff. As Nolan Guy's been a pain in the tail as well. Pain in the side for the Pirates. And this man's probably the biggest thorn in the side of the Pirates this series.
He certainly has. What did he do last night?
Let's see. I have got it right here. He reached base 3 times, and he was 2 for 4 on the night as he does swing, tries to hold his swing up on that breaking ball, but does go. So behind in the count, 0-1 here.
So he's, 5 for 7 in the series? As that breaking ball, he could not check his swing, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
2 for 3 on night 1. So 4 for 7, reached base 5 times. Yeah, not too shabby at all. Way behind in the count here. No balls and 2 strikes. Would be another crucial strikeout here for Jack Carter as he steps off, gathers himself, and we'll do it again.
Fairly good speed out at second. Runner in scoring position with 1 out. Went back to the breaking ball. That one's in the dirt. He did not chase. That was almost an identical pitch that he got to check swing on previously.
And we'll switch balls. Jack Carter will get a brand new baseball.
I always preferred the dirty ones.
I did too. Every time I got a brand new one from the home plate umpire, I'd ask that gentleman who's umpiring in the field to rub it up. I made the mistake of rubbing my own ball up one time, and I got in pretty big trouble about it. Didn't think it was a big idea.
And that'll be back-to-back strikeouts for Carter as he went fastball inside corner and got him looking.
So now Brody Yeomans is going to come up as this lineup turns back over, and still with an opportunity to put the Herons out in front and plate the first run of this ball game.
Carter working slow on the mound. Big lead out at second. Breaking ball way out front and over the top of it. 0-1.
And this would yet be another very big hold for Jack Carter.
Swung on and missed as he took a huge hack at that one.
Looked like a changeup from Jack, and been talking to Jack, and that pitch has been inconsistent is what he told me. So very nice to see him find a feel for that and be able to throw it for a strike whenever he wants to and get a swing and miss at that. So 0-2 here to the Brantley County leadoff Yeomans.
And he got 3 strikeouts in a row to get out of the inning. And that's exactly what we talk about with Carter. You just don't rattle the kid.
He's even kill as they come, Taff.
So going to go to the bottom half of the second. Still no score. Brantley County manages a hit but can't do anything with it. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
Nothing beats that ride home after winning the big game, especially if you're riding home in your new ride from Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC. Woody's highly trained team has been coached to get you the most car for your money and the most money for your car. Let us go to bat for you. Whether you're looking for the latest, greatest, top-of-the-line sports car or a safe, sensible SUV to take the kids to and from the game, you'll find your perfect ride when you talk to Woody. Together, let's drive to Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC in Baxley.
If you're a Class A CDL holder with at least 2 years of experience, come on out and apply to Williams Brothers Trucking. WBT cares about the safety of their employees, and they want you as a part of their family. They offer great benefits, competitive pay, 401k, health care, and hauls that will have you back home every day. We look forward to working better together with you. Williams Brothers Trucking wants to wish the Appleton County Pirate baseball team good luck this season, and go Pirates.
Hey y'all, this is Appleton County Sheriff Mark Melton, proud supporter of our Pirate baseball team. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve you as sheriff. I'm seeking re-election and I'm counting on your vote. When it comes to serving and protecting the citizens of Appleton County, my staff and I will crowd the plate and swing for the fences every single time. So help us hit a home run this election season. I'm Sheriff Mark Melton and I approve this message.
They take the pain out of propane. Sykes Propane in Baxley is here to take care of all your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Sykes Propane also sells Warming Trends fire pits, Peterson Real Fire gas logs, Renai water heaters, Generac generators, and True Flame grills and outdoor kitchens. Owners Daniel and Danny Sykes are looking forward to serving you soon. Sykes Propane, located at 2174 Hatch Parkway South in Baxley. Give them a call at 912-367-1151.
All right, welcome back. We've already had one pitch, and it was to Nate Livingston, and he ripped a shot down the third base line and into the left field corner for a leadoff double, Nate.
We will take that, and yes, we were both talking about it. Nate Livingston coming around as well. We've been bragging on this entire Pirate lineup of, seeing the ball better as a team, having better approaches at the plate, and getting Nate Livingston going in this top four as our cleanup man is huge for us.
It is. He hit one of the hardest balls he's hit all year in Brantley County, and then now he follows that up with this. And here's another guy that's got the bat going. He's going to square around the bunt. N.J. Nance gets down a good one down the first base line. Hendricks is going to have to make an athletic play to get him. And did he call him safe or out?
He caught him out. As he got him by a step.
I thought he showed safe, and then he comes back and says out. So you're right. But they asked him, Coach McCraney down the first base bag said you said safe. And I seen it as well. So I think that was what the argument was. Now, do I think they got the call right? Yes.
Do I think he was out? Yes. But would be a completely different thing if the man in the field actually said safe.
Correct.
So N.J. Nance, despite the questionable call and what we think we know, does the job, gets courtesy to third base. And the first pitch to Pirate DH Jay Sykes is a fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. And the courtesy runner is Garrison Turner.
And that was a very athletic play by Trip Hendricks to make that play. As Jay Sykes hits one into the 3-4 hole and into right field, and that'll be the Pirates' first run of the game. And it's 1-0 Appleton County.
Just like that. Get them on, get them over, and get them in. Leadoff double from Nate Livingston. Sacrifice bunt by Nance doing his job, and then J.E. Sykes, they set the table for him, and he'd finish it up. Very, very well struck ball. Let it travel deep in the zone and drove that ball into the 3-4 hole, and that's going to bring up Landon Anderson.
As that one's going to miss outside, and when this Pirate team is doing that right there, they are dangerous. Leadoff double, sacrifice bunt, single. Just good small ball, good all-around baseball.
And then passing the torch back.
There's that first, well, not first pitch, but that'll be a strike. The first strike to Anderson. Got tongue-tied there.
One of the first breaking balls we've seen from Trip Hendricks this afternoon.
Yeah, I think I've only seen one other one. Big swing and fouls it straight over our heads. So 1-2 is the count with one out. And we have to be very careful on the base pass as Austin Nipper behind the plate is nothing to scoff at. Very good catcher.
Yes, sir.
That one's going to miss around the ankles. 2-2 now.
As we have mentioned once or twice before, Nipper will be playing baseball at the next level.
He will. He threw one out in the second game of this series, and it was Nance for that, at that matter. Breaking ball, way to stay in there and get a piece of it.
As Landon Anderson saw that one pretty well, tracked it all the way in. Was not out on that front foot, seemed to be balanced throughout his entire swing, so that's another good sign, Tab.
Two swung on ground ball, hit to the shortstop, takes a funny hop. He's able to hold on to it. 6-4-3 double play.
And just like that, Brantley County is out of the inning. Though the Pirates do plate one and take a 1-0 lead, we are heading to the top half of the third here in Baxley, Georgia. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
There are many ways to establish a working relationship with your bank. Let us help you find the perfect relationship here at Community Bank of Georgia. Our knowledgeable staff is committed to forming a relationship with each customer to provide a sense of unity to obtain the highest level of customer service. Whether you are opening a checking account for your children or opening your first business, experience relationship banking the way it used to be here at Community Bank of Georgia. Come see me, Perry White, or any of our courteous staff at Community Bank of Georgia at 700 West Parker Street in Baxley.
Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Omaha Building Systems is proud to support our Pirates. They do bid projects and design builds from the site work to the finished project. They can assist with engineering and design to help you build to your needs while cutting unwelcome design costs. Omaha Building Systems is licensed and insured, and they've been in business for over 24 years. Owners Robert Tillman and David Barber are looking forward to hearing from you. Give Omaha Building Systems a call, 912-366-8486.
Livingston's Garage and Wrecker Service is Baxley's trusted auto repair shop. Their skilled and professional team is committed to getting you back on the road without breaking the bank. They do everything from oil changes and tire rotations to battery work and mechanic work, and they offer a 24-hour wrecker service. They even haul heavy equipment. Located on US 1 north of Baxley, Livingston's Garage, locally owned and operated. Give Livingston's Garage and Wrecker Service a call today, 367-2459. That's 367-2459.
Welcome back into the top half of the third. Pirates were able to score one in the bottom of the second, and they hold on to a 1-0 lead. 1 run on 2 hits for the Pirates, no runs on 2 hits for the Herons.
And Brantley County is going to have 2, 3, 4 due up here in the top half of the third. As we were just looking at the radar, and hopefully this game is not one that is long and drawn out, as if we are still playing baseball around 8:30 or 8:40, I believe we may get a little wet.
It's looking that way. I was telling you, I looked at the radar earlier today. It was not calling for anything that I seen. As that one's going to miss way outside, 1-0.
Change up with a lot of run to it. Started outside and continued to go that route.
And you touched on it earlier. Jack Carter adds that changeup into his arsenal. And good luck hitting him.
That's right. As he's always been a good, solid 2-pitch guy with a very good curveball.
That one's also going to miss. I guess it was a little bit outside. 2-0 now. So the opposing pitcher, Trip Hendricks, a good hitter's count. Now even a better hitter's count as it's 3-0 now. Elevated a fastball and missed. As we are at 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. And that one catches the black inside corner. And Jack's trying to work his way back into the count. That pitch is going to be swung on high. Fly ball into center field. N.J. Nance drifts back about 8 or 9 steps and is able to make the catch for out number 1. So fell behind, was still able to get the out.
Yeah, and we'll take that every day of the week.
As Carter seems to have settled in a little bit ever since that first inning, where he had a lot of traffic on the base pass. Left them loaded. As that one's going to hit him in the shoulder, and that's Thrift. And I just seen lightning.
I did too. As the umpire threw a ball at him, and Austin Nipper was tossing him the ball that ricocheted off of Colt Thrift there, and they kind of bounced off of him there. He was not expecting 2 baseballs to come at him.
Who's that, Jack?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Nipper was throwing this ball back to him, and the umpire walked out there and tossed one as well. So that's going to bring up Austin Nipper. Colt Thrift is the runner at first via the hit by pitch.
We're going to see how much action we can get in. As that Lightning gets much closer, they will not continue to play.
And we will be in a delay.
That breaking ball, actually a changeup, run a little bit too far in, 1-0.
Yeah, that changeup barreled down and in.
Short lead at first from Thrift. Livingston's going to snow cone a fastball that was way outside.
And Nipper was hit by a pitch in his first at bat as well.
It was. That one probably didn't feel good, but you'd have never known it. As it looked to catch him right on the upper part of the thigh, and he just hit another one. That one got him in the shoulder.
And you can tell Brantley County's getting a little frustrated, but I assure you that is not on purpose.
No, nothing intentional about that. Just lost the handle on 2. I can assure you, in a 1-0 ball game, we don't want base runners on.
We are not hitting people on purpose.
Just does not make any kind of sense.
It does not. And Coach Mercer is going to ease out to the mound, have a quick talk with Jack, reassure him that we still have leading us early on in the game. And that's going to give a chance for, I believe that is Jared Dean down in the bullpen to get going, start stretching out and start throwing.
As Jack has been on the mound a few times this year, but we have not seen him throw a lot of pitches. So you got to wonder where that wall is that we like to mention.
And as a whole, you haven't seen our pitching staff throw a ton of pitches in general. And when I say that, I mean individuals rack up pitches and condition that arm and get in rhythms. That is one thing we haven't done this year. Usually by this time in the season, you've got 1 or 2 guys, especially guys at the front end of your rotation, who have either won a complete game or came very close to it. And the Pirates have not done that yet, nor stretched anybody out to that extent. So first and second with only 1 out.
That one's going to be in the dirt to Sons, and it's 1-0, and this will be pitch number 50 for Jack.
Man, Sons went down way of strikeout in his first at bat this afternoon.
That one's also going to be in the dirt, and it's 2-0. And we mentioned after that first inning, you can't live dangerously and keep giving Brantley County base runners, as they will eventually make you pay too good of a hitting team not to.
That is exactly right. And like we're talked about numerous times, the bottom half of this lineup has did very good for Brantley County in this series, and that's 3 balls in a row. And I believe if this one gets away from him, that could possibly be his last one of the game, as Jared Dean just gave the sign that he is warm. And as I say that, fastball in there for a called strike 1. So back in the count is Jack Carter, 3 balls and 1 strike, 1 out here in the top half of the third. Your Pirates are leading 1-0.
And that's not a terrible pitch, but we know this umpire does not like that lower half of the zone, and that'll be ball 4.
And Coach Griffiths is going to make his way to the mound in what we would think is a pitch and change.
And it does look like it'll be Jared Dean. So while Dean gets ready to get his warm-up pitches in, we'll take a short break. Appling County leading by a score of 1-0 here in the top of the third. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, The Big Wolf.
Play ball!
Woody Folsom Ford is always proud to support the Pirates. When it comes to financing, selection, service, and sales, the team at Woody Folsom Ford knows how to hit it out of the park. Round the bases to Woody Folsom Ford in Baxley and see for yourself.
Let's go!
New or pre-owned, bling or budget, big or small, Woody Folsom Ford has them all. And ask about the lifetime powertrain warranty. It all starts when you talk to Woody.
It's gone!
Go Pirates!
Trinity Electrical Services is proud to provide the absolute best in industrial and commercial lighting. Folks from all around trust Trinity. They set the industry standard in industrial and commercial contracting work, including sports field lighting and airfield construction. Give owner Chad Hutchinson a call today. 912-366-7773. Again, that number, 912-366-7773. Trinity Electrical Services, located at 2317 Golden House West, Suite 4 in Baxley.
This is Gretchen Bailey, Applin County Probate Judge. Applin County has always been my home. The Applin County Pirates have always been my hometown team. Roots are what bind a community, and they run deep in this Applin County resident. The Applin County Probate Court documents your roots, and with each new birth, those roots continue to grow. I desire to honor my roots by serving the citizens of Applin County. Honor your roots this election. Make your voice heard, and re-elect Gretchen Bailey, Applin County Probate Judge.
Paid for by the candidate.
Welcome back. Jared Dean on the mound, still warming up. He is going to have to see where we at in the lineup. I can't get my phone to come on.
Talon Koger will be the first Brantley County Heron to greet Jared Dean, and he'll do it with the bases loaded. One out here in the top half of the third.
Credit Dean in these situations in the past. He has come into a bunch of these situations, and most of the time, he has looked good doing it. So let's hope that trend continues. As he's come into a mess here as it is bases loaded, as Mason mentioned. He has one out.
And this is where Jared Dean has made his money this year, Taff.
He really has. So that first pitch, he's going to miss low and out. And it's 1-0 to Koger. I have him 0 for 1 on the day.
I do as well. So he flew out to Colony Walton and his only at bat.
That one's going to be hit right back at Jared. He's going to be able to get the out at home. There's one. Throw down to first in time for out number 3.
And you talk about a shift of momentum, Taff.
I'm telling you, that's what we're talking about with Dean. He's come in those situations, Valdosta. I can think of several other games, and he just finds a way to get out of the jam.
And the slick 1-2-3 double play there to get us to the bottom half of the third. Jared Dean comes in and does a great job of getting 2 outs and almost just as many pitches, and we do keep that 1-0 lead as we head into the bottom half of the third. Your Pirates are still ahead 1-0, and you're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
You've reached Cody's cell phone. Please leave me a message after the beep, and I'll call you back.
Hey man, listen, I know your trailer's busted and you want to borrow mine, but I'm going to need it this weekend. So just do what I did. Go to Down to Earth Trailers in Baxley. Their parts showroom is huge. They will hook you up with everything you need to get your trailer up and running like brand new. They have a huge selection. They've been in business for over 20 years, so you know they're in it for the long haul. Give Down to Earth Trailers a call at 877-363-3007.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
See Rinse and Rinse Insurance, South Main Street in Baxley, or call 912-367-1479 for all your insurance needs.
Everyone at South Georgia Insurance Associates wants to wish the Applin County Pirate baseball team a fantastic season. South Georgia Insurance Associates is an independent agency bringing the best in auto, agribusiness, recreational vehicle, church, flood, and business insurance to Baxley and surrounding areas. They work with many different insurance companies to find a plan that's perfect for you. You can learn more about the services and resources that South Georgia Insurance Associates offers and request a quote online at sgiainsurance.com. That's sgiainsurance.com. Go Pirates.
All right, welcome back here. Caden Walls in the box. Has already watched the first pitch. I missed what he called there.
It was a fastball that missed up in the zone for ball 1, and then Trip Hendricks followed that one up with a breaking ball that missed down in the zone. So 2-0. Caden Walls ahead in the count here.
We are in the bottom half of the third. 1-0 your score. Appleton County leads the Herrings. As that one is about the bottom of the zone for this umpire. But he got the call 2-1. As that pitch swung on, hit out into right field, they was playing him pretty shallow, and it paid off as he's able to make the catch for out number 1. So Nolan Sykes steps in, and the first pitch to him is a fastball that misses outside for ball 1. Colony Watson waits on deck. That pitch is going to be hit off the end of the bat, foul out in the right field. And I was looking at some stats today, especially since region started. And Nolan's stats don't jump off the paper at you, but he's one of those guys that has done small things that just do not show on the stat book. That is exactly right, as that breaking ball misses down in the zone for ball 2. But, yes, going back, I'm curious as to how many sacrifice bunts he's laid down, sac flies that he's got on record. Like you said, did a lot of things that do not show up in the stat book, as that pitch misses inside for ball 3, and Nolan Sykes is way ahead in the count here. 3 balls and 1 strike. And the 3-1 pitch on the way from the lefty misses outside, and that'll be a 1-out walk for the Pirates. So after the fly out to right field, Nolan Sykes comes up to the plate and draws a walk. Flips this lineup like he has done many times this year back over to Colony Walton in the top half. Colony Walton with a rare strikeout in the bottom half of the first. Hopefully he continues his hot ways. First pitch to Colin is a fastball that's right below the knees, and that is a called strike. One of the few in that location that we've seen called a strike today. So Colin behind the count here, 1 out, bottom half of the third. Your Pirates are leading 1-0. And the breaking ball from Trip Hendricks is fouled off down the left field line. And what you would think would be fairly routine, just behind the cut of the infield grass. Caden Hendricks gave chase but lost it, and the shortstop was nowhere to be found to help him out. So Colony Watson does get a second life here. See if he can make it count and make it hurt the Herons, as that is one you hate to see fall. Trip Hendricks looking in. Nolan Sykes, your runner at first base. Fastball misses down in the zone for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach Griffiths giving his set of signs. 1-2 to Watson. And that breaking ball is lined into the right center gap. Nolan Sykes rounding second. Colony Walton's going to round first, get about halfway, and think better and stay right there at first. So runners at the corners with only 1 out. No need to push it there. No need to make nothing crazy happen and maybe get thrown out at second base and kill that momentum. In a great part of the lineup to do some damage. So prime opportunity here for your Pirates. First and third. 1 out here in the bottom half of the third. We could double our lead here with Nolan Sykes 90 feet away. Grayson Hall steps into the box. Fastball from Hendricks. About 59 feet, bounces, and then hits catcher Austin Nipper in the chest protector, falling right there in front of him by home plate. So Hall ahead in the count, 1-0.
Would not surprise me to see Watson off on one of these pitches here, even though Hendricks is a lefty. And a delayed steal there. I say a delayed steal. A fake steal. Fake attempt as Colin took 3 or 4 very hard steps and held up. And Grayson Hall did swing at that breaking ball from Hendricks, so that evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaking ball that actually creeps by, and Nolan Sykes got a late jump, but was able to slide in safely head first as Hendricks almost slipped as he got to the ball. Or I say Hendricks' nipper slipped, and he went to toss it to Hendricks and more or less rolled the ball, and it did get past Hendricks. Watson able to move up to second base, did not try to move up to third on the overthrow. So 2 balls and 1 strike to the Pirate 2-hole hitter. And that fastball is hit to third base. A long hop. Caden Hendricks fields it cleanly. Makes the throw across the infield for out number 2. And as soon as he released that ball, Colony Watson was on his way to third. So 2 outs now here in the bottom half of the third. Colony Watson 90 feet away from being run number 3. And that's going to bring up the Pirates shortstop, number 9, Dason Griffiths. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third. Fastball in there for a called strike at the knees. The Pirates have not got that pitch yet. Maybe he will expand that part of the zone. And Dason Griffiths gets a changeup from Hendricks. Out on his front foot a little, but keeps the bat back, keeps his hands back, and is able to barrel it up down the left field line. And that hops right in front of the left fielder. And that does plate run number 3. Colony Watson comes across safely. So the Pirates have put up a crooked number here in the bottom half of the third. Now 3-0. Dason Griffiths over there at first. And that's going to bring in Pirate catcher Nate Livingston, who doubled in his first at bat. Breaking ball misses down in the zone for ball 1. One and 0 to Nate Livingston. Dason with a very conservative lead. And that ball is fouled off, just getting out of play over the first base dugout. And it is getting darker by the minute here in Baxley, Georgia. Beyond the left field foul pole, it is getting dark blue. It looks like some rain is trying to blow in, and I believe I see some in the distance already falling. So that evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the breaking ball from Hendricks is turned on and hit down the left field line. Ricochets off the black brick wall the Pirates have down that left field line, going into the corner. And Trip Hendricks is back ahead in the count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs in the bottom half of the third. The Pirates have already plated 2 here, extending their lead to 3-0. And a changeup that Nate Livingston is early on once again and hits off of the Pirate dugout. So your count's 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Dason Griffiths, your Pirate runner at first. And Nate Livingston fouls that letter high fastball off over the first base dugout. And we'll do it again here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Had to get a few balls as Nate has wasted most of them that the umpire had at the moment. 1 and 2's the count. 2 outs, bottom half of the third. Pirates are leading 3-0. Fastball missed out of the zone. and that evens the count up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here. Deuces are wild. And the breaking ball does get a swing and a miss from Nate Livingston there. And that'll be the 3rd out here in the bottom half of the 3rd, but not before the Pirates pick 2 more to extend that lead to 3-0. And that'll take us to the top half of the 4th. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, The Big Wolf.
Getting only one fuel bill a month sure saves time and money, and that's just one of the many benefits since Murray Oil and Omaha Oil have teamed up. The combined businesses mean better pricing on most petroleum products. Be sure to fill up at the convenient key pumps just off South Main Street in Baxley, where all grades of fuel are available. And now when you need diesel, they make it easy to get your DEF fluid at the same time with their convenient DEF pump, only at Omaha Oil. Murray Oil and Omaha Oil, working together to better serve you.
When should you call Lisa Pierce at the Lisa Pierce Agency in Baxley? If you drive this. If you fly this. If you ride this. Lisa Pierce is serious about protecting your business investments and toys. Stop and see Lisa Pierce at 395 West Parker Street in Baxley. Or call her at 912-367-4100. She makes it personal.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Are you ready to make the change to a career that empowers you to make a difference? Georgia Allied Health Institute in Hazelhurst is training students for high-paying, in-demand jobs that matter. They offer programs including patient care technician, ultrasound technician, phlebotomy technician, dialysis technician, medical assistant, and certified nursing assistant. They also offer a prep course for RN students who need to prepare for the NCLEX. Give Georgia Allied Health Institute a call today, 770-370-7686, or visit them online at alliedhealthinst.com.
Identify yourself.
WUFE and W244CR. Baxley.
I like them even better now.
The greatest hits of all time. The Big Wolf. 96.7. Nothing beats that ride home after winning the big game, especially if you're riding home in your new ride from Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC. Woody's highly trained team has been coached to get you the most car for your money and the most money for your car. Let us go to bat for you. Whether you're looking for the latest, greatest, top-of-the-line sports car or a safe, sensible SUV to take the kids to and from the game, you'll find your perfect ride when you talk to Woody. Together, let's drive to Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC in Baxley.
All right, welcome back. Here in the top half of the 4th. First pitch is going to be swung on. Grayson Hall's going to dive and come up empty, and it's in the right field for a leadoff single for Hendricks.
And he has finally come alive here in Game 3, Taft, as Caden Hendricks is 2 for 2 with the double in his first at bat and the single in the 3-4 hole there.
Well, that was almost identical to the first hit that Brantley County got, as it was just out of the reach of Grayson Hall at second.
That's going to bring in Nolan Guy, struck out looking in his first at bat. Caden Hendricks with a minimal lead to be as tall as he is.
Yeah, that pitch is going to be squared around, and he tried to get the bunt down, fouled it back. As the clouds are getting darker and darker here. Pirates leading by a score of 3-0 here in the top half of the 4th. Guy going to square around again, gets down a good bunt to Nolan Sykes at third. Going to have to go across the diamond and sails it over Grayson Hall's head at first. And that's going to put runners at second and third for the Herons with nobody out.
So tried to baby the throw there, and that happens more times than not when you try to take off of that throw. And Brantley County's in a very good situation here to at least get on the board, if not put a dent in that 3-0 lead, Taft.
They sure are. This is the guy we mentioned who's done a lot of damage with the bat in this series.
He sure has.
And he swings and hits one out into right field, and that's going to drop in front of E. Watson. He's going to throw to third, and it's over Nolan Sykes' head and going to get all the way to the wall. Here comes the throw into home, though. He's going to hold on to it. And it's 3-2 Pirates.
And Colony Watson did get a little excited there. He knows better than to throw that ball all the way to third, but, you know, adrenaline and the situation does get the best of us sometimes, and sometimes you just want to air it out there, Taft, and really did not have a play there at third, so would have been better off hitting your cut and keeping Mason Thomas at first base, keeping the double play intact, and also keeping that tie and run out of scoring position. So now you have the tie and run in scoring position, and you're back at the top of the lineup in Brody Yeomans.
Now the first pitch to Yeomans. Swung on and hit foul.
So not the ideal situation to be in if you're the Pirates.
No, and if you're Dean on the mound, you just have to keep your composure as you've thrown the pitches to not be in a situation that you're in. Got a ground ball that would have been an out. Ended up in an error as that one's hit off the end of the bat foul.
So 0-2 to Yeomans. Mason Thomas standing out on second base. Gets his lead.
Swung on and missed, and that'll be a huge strikeout for Jared Dean.
And that is the second time this game we've been able to get Brody Yeomans swinging for strike three on a changeup. So need to take note of that, and I believe they have. It's going to bring up Trip Hendricks, looking to help himself out and looking to tie this baseball game for the Herons.
And the pitch from Dean. Good one. Right down the middle, 0-1.
Dean doing a good job, as always, of getting ahead of hitters.
And he's in the meat of the order now. 2 in the batter's box and the 3-hole hitter on deck. 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball. Bounces just behind the plate. 1-1. So the Pirates opened up a 3-run lead. Brantley County has answered with 2 here in the top of the 4th and turned this into a 1-run ball game.
Cut away at it very quick.
A couple of Pirate errors. As that one missed the zone. And Tripp's ahead in the count 2-1 now. A little bit low and away as that ball was barreling away from the plate. 3-1.
And Jared Dean usually does a very good job of not giving free passes out, but he's in danger of giving one out here, which would not be the end of the world.
Catches the outside corner, 3-2 now.
So full count to the Brantley County pitcher, Trip Hendricks.
And that'll be ball 4. He elevated a fastball too much. So we're going to have a courtesy runner for Hendricks. And that'll be Cannon again. So runners at first and second now with 1 out. Fastball called for a strike, 0-1.
One of the first times that game, if not the first time, the Pirates have actually got that call.
I was just about to say that.
Trip Hendricks did receive that call as a strike 2 or 3 times in the bottom half of the third.
Breaking ball, great stop by Livingston.
Great job there from Nate, as that breaking ball was in the left-handed batter's box. Did a good job of getting out there to it and also getting his chest over that ball. With that spin from the breaking ball, it's actually going to bounce back the opposite way of where it's going, so good job there. 1-1 here to Thrift.
Inside corner called for a strike, 1-2 now. Potential tying run on second. Ground ball hit hard but foul down the right side.
So 1-2 here to the Brantley County DH, Colt Thrift. Hit into a fielder's choice in his first at bat, and he was plunked by a pitch in his second at bat.
One, two, just a bit too far in.
Much closer pitch than he made it look like. And that one was belt high and did not look too bad.
He spun out of the way like he almost got hit, but it wasn't a bad pitch.
Evens the count at 2-2.
Pickoff attempt at second, and it's a close play, but he's in there safely.
Bang, bang play as he just got in there as Hall got him on the shoulder. Mason Thomas did get his hand in. Very good execution of that play, though.
Big swing, fouls it straight back into the net. Two pitch. High, deep fly ball hit out into left field, and it's going to fall foul.
Thankfully it does, as that ball would have one-hopped the left field fence and more than likely been a stand-up double for Colt Thrift. Plating at least a tying run.
Potentially more.
So we'll do it again here. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And that was going to get by Livingston, and both runners are going to move up.
So a very rare wild pitch from Jared Dean, who is usually in the zone, and if he's not in it consistently, he's very close around it.
And that's a tough one because you take the force out of effect, where you was a ground ball away from getting out of the inning.
And now you're just going to have to work twice as hard. Middle infield's about halfway. Corners are in.
Payoff pitch is too far up, and that's going to load them up for the Herons.
That at will is going to bring up cleanup man Austin Nipper. And that looks like we may get, well, never mind, what I thought would have possibly been a mound visit. And that walk, even though it was not pretty, was not the end of the world. We do have the double play back in order now. Bases are loaded, 1 out here. Top half of the 4th. Brantley County's already played at 2.
Breaking ball. Might have got a little help there, 1-0, or 0-1.
I believe we did, Taff, as that breaking ball came in fairly high from what I thought. I did think it was a ball. And Nipper kind of smiling, did ask the umpire.
Went right back to another breaking ball and got another courteous call. But we'll take it, 0-2.
We sure will.
Fastball swung on, hit foul into the Pirate dugout. And he really, both of those pitches, he went from the top of the zone to the bottom, and one was at the shoulders and one was at the ankles.
And his zone has not been that big at all.
No. That's what made it interesting.
You do not get a strike called at the knees, and you do not get one at the letters.
As he's going to try to get him to chase one outside. He's able to see it coming.
As a Pirate faithful, you are happy, but if you're the hitter in the box here, Taft, you really do not know what to think. And you're definitely not leaving it in his hands, so that puts you at risk for chasing a pitch that you normally wouldn't.
And that was that first pitch that he caught a strike, and he got him to swing and miss, and that'll be out number 2.
And I believe that's why Nipper's frustrated, is he had to swing at that pitch when normally that would be a ball for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Put him in a very, very bad situation from a hitter's perspective.
And a great situation for Dean.
Yeah, great situation from Dean, but forced him to swing at what usually has been a ball this entire game. So 2 outs now.
As it looked like he tried to throw a changeup there, I believe, and spiked it in the dirt, 1-0.
And Nate Livingston saving yet another run.
That would have been the tying run.
And that one was much wider than the left-handed batter's box. It was actually outside the second white line from Nate's right.
And that one's going to be up and in, 2-0. And there's nowhere to put him. I don't see any action in the bullpen, so I would think if a pitch and change comes, it would probably be N.J. Nance.
It would come from the field of play. As that fastball's in there on the outside corner for strike 1.
As if we follow what we've been doing all year, that's kind of been the move. As that one's going to be filed back into the Lady Pirate field. And Dean has worked it back even.
One and 2 to Avery Sons.
That one's going to be hit high and deep into left field, but foul. And into the Pirate bullpen.
That went over the Pirate bullpen.
It did. It was hit well.
As that would have been a grand slam touch 'em all, Avery Sons, and thankfully that was just a loud foul ball.
I don't know why I have 2 and 2, but they have 1 and 2 on the board. And there's that change up in the dirt again.
And now you're going to give these runners a head start. As that Brantley County coach is telling Mason Thomas to make sure you get very wide.
Well, he's got 2 and 2.
Does he?
He does. But the runners were on the move, and that'll be ball 4. I thought I was right.
Yeah.
And he even showed 2 and 2 behind the plate right here when he put his hands up. That was interesting.
Very interesting. So that plates run number 3 for Brantley County and is a brand new ball game, Sal.
That it is, and the bases are still loaded. But we do have 2 outs or 1 out and getting out of this. We're in this bottom half of the lineup, which has done some damage. And that one almost got a piece of him. Feel the air temperature cooling down, almost like rain's getting closer.
It sure is.
As that one's in there for a called strike, 1-1.
As he checked his swing, but home plate umpire called the strike on the pitch. Evens the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th. Fastball misses up in the zone for ball 2. Brantley County still has the bases loaded, and they are threatening to take the lead here. Would be their first lead of the ball game.
That pitch is going to be hit off the hand. A little flare pop fly out to Dason Griffiths at short. He's able to corral it for out number 3. So Brantley County scores 3 in the top of the 4th and is able to tie this game up at 3 apiece. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 to Big Wolf.
If you're a Class A CDL holder with at least 2 years of experience, come on out and apply to Williams Brothers Trucking. WBT cares about the safety of their employees, and they want you as a part of their family. They offer great benefits, competitive pay, 401k, health care, and hauls that will have you back home every day. We look forward to working better together with you. Williams Brothers Trucking wants to wish the Appleton County Pirate baseball team good luck this season, and go Pirates.
Hey y'all, this is Appleton County Sheriff Mark Melton, proud supporter of our Pirate baseball team. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve you as sheriff. I'm seeking re-election and I'm counting on your vote. When it comes to serving and protecting the citizens of Appleton County, my staff and I will crowd the plate and swing for the fences every single time. So help us hit a home run this election season. I'm Sheriff Mark Melton and I approve this message.
They take the pain out of propane. Sykes Propane in Baxley is here to take care of all your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Sykes Propane also sells Warming Trends fire pits, Peterson Real Fire gas logs, Renai water heaters, Generac generators, and True Flame grills and outdoor kitchens. Owners Daniel and Danny Sykes are looking forward to serving you soon. Sykes Propane, located at 2174 Hatch Parkway South in Baxley. Give them a call at 912-367-1151.
All right, welcome back here into the bottom half of the fourth. N.J. Nance in the box for the Pirates. He's going to lead things off in this all tied up ball game. With a big swing at a breaking ball from Hendricks. He comes up empty 0-1. And another breaking ball. He tried to check his swing but was not able to. And it's 0-2. And after those two swings, I'd be shocked if he got a fastball here. He goes right back to the breaking ball. That one's too far out, 1-2. Got a piece of that one and was able to stay alive.
So 1-2 here to the Pirates center fielder, N.J. Nance. Had a sack bunt in his first plate appearance. And that ball misses down in the zone, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Two breaking ball broke around the plate.
Very close.
His physics just don't work that way.
In my opinion, too close there with 2 to take.
Payoff pitch. He's seen almost all breaking balls. Swings at that one, comes up empty, and that'll be out number 1. That one's going to be a called strike to J.E. Sykes, 1 for 1 on the night. And the hard ground ball through the 3-4 hole was first at bat. That one's going to bounce off the plate, 1-1.
Jay Sykes with a very good piece of hitting in his first plate appearance as that fastball is in there on the outside corner for a called strike number 2. That's going to push the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And this rain is moving in fairly quick, Taff.
It sure is.
That is called strike 3 on the changeup from Trip Hendricks. And John Evans Sykes goes down looking. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom half of the fourth. That's going to bring up Pirates first baseman Landon Anderson.
As that pitch is hit hard into the 3-4 hole in the right field for a base hit.
Good piece of hitting there from Landon Anderson as he's done a very good job since he's got called up. stayed on that fastball from Hendricks and drove it into the 3-4 hole there for a 2-out knock and a 2-out base runner. It's going to bring up Caden Walls. Fastball's in there for a called strike at the knees. Walls flew out to right field in his first at bat, and I'm looking at how quick this rain is flying in. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball for strike 2. No 1-2 to Walls.
As he swings and misses at that one, catcher drops it, tries to place the tag, couldn't run him down, has to flip it down to first, and that'll be out number 3. So nothing doing for the Pirates in the bottom half of the 4th, going to the top of the 5th. 3-3 is your score. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, The Big Wolf.
There are many ways to establish a working relationship with your bank. Let us help you find the perfect relationship here at Community Bank of Georgia. Our knowledgeable staff is committed to forming a relationship with each customer to provide a sense of unity to obtain the highest level of customer service. Whether you are opening a checking account for your children or opening your first business, experience relationship banking the way it used to be here at Community Bank of Georgia. Come see me, Perry White, or any of our courteous staff at Community Bank of Georgia at 700 West Parker Street in Baxley.
Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Omaha Building Systems is proud to support our Pirates. They do bid projects and design builds from the site work to the finished project. They can assist with engineering and design to help you build to your needs while cutting unwelcome design costs. Omaha Building Systems is licensed and insured, and they've been in business for over 24 years. Owners Robert Tillman and David Barber are looking forward to hearing from you. Give Omaha Building Systems a call, 912-366-8486.
Livingston's Garage and Wrecker Service is Baxley's trusted auto repair shop. Their skilled and professional team is committed to getting you back on the road without breaking the bank. They do everything from oil changes and tire rotations to battery work and mechanic work. And they offer a 24-hour wrecker service. They even haul heavy equipment. Located on US 1 north of Baxley. Livingston's Garage, locally owned and operated. Give Livingston's Garage and Wrecker Service a call today. 367-2459. That's 367-2459.
All right, top half of the 5th. Caden Hendricks, the batter. 2 for 2, I believe.
Yes, sir. Double on his first plate appearance, and he singled in his second, and he ripped one into center field on the first pitch he saw during his third at bat. And that is 3 for 3 for Mr. Caden Hendricks today, as he's turned this series around in one game.
He sure has. He's seeing it well. And he was actually 1 for 1 in that first game with a few walks, but so he's seen it pretty well.
He's actually the Heron that got pinch hit for last night in the bases loaded situation, where the individual came in and lined it back up the middle,
which it did work out for him. And that pitch is going to hit him. Runner was in motion as well.
Square in the toe.
Yeah, that's tough to do.
That's a tough one to take. So, folks, you may not know, but we're entering a very crucial spot in the game here. So if Brantley County is to take the lead here in the top half of the 5th, and the Pirates come in and are not able to at least tie the baseball game, and we do complete 5 innings,
it would be over.
It would be over, and it would slate as a loss for the Pirates. So even though we do technically have 3 more innings of ball here, with the weather lurking, it is a very volatile situation. And Mason Thomas comes in, going to lay the sacrifice bunt down and pops it up into foul territory off of the net behind home plate.
And I believe the Brantley County coach knows that, and I think he's playing to that.
He is.
As he's trying to get a run across as quick as he can. As Thomas should square around the bunt again here. He does. And he fouls it off, and it's 0-2.
And he's kind of handicapping himself there, Taff, as everybody in the complex knows he's bunting. but he's squaring around extremely late and not giving himself a chance to get set.
Now the wind picking up. The flag's been hanging down the whole game. Now it's blowing pretty hard from left to right. Breaking ball, lost the handle on it, 1-2.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mason Thomas. Brody Yeomans awaits on deck.
Pickoff attempt as Grayson Hall tries to sneak in behind him, and it's another close play, but they just do get back in there.
And you can tell that Jared Dean and Grayson Hall have some pretty good timing with that pickoff move, as they've done it several times. So 1-2 here to Mason Thomas.
Hard ground ball into the 5-6 hole and into left field for a base hit. And the Brantley County coach is going to hold him up at third, and it's bases loaded with nobody out.
Not the best situation for the Pirates to be in, especially with the weather lurking and blowing in as we speak. And Coach Griffith is going to make his way out to the pitcher's mound in what we would possibly see as a pitch and change. And that is what we're going to get. Looks like N.J. Nance is coming to the mound.
So while N.J. takes his warm-up pitches, we'll take a short break. Brantley County has the bases loaded in a 3-3 ball game here in the top of the 6th, I believe. So we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
Play ball! Woody Folsom Ford is always proud to support the Pirates. When it comes to financing, selection, service, and sales, the team at Woody Folsom Ford knows how to hit it out of the park. Round the bases to Woody Folsom Ford in Baxley and see for yourself.
Let's go!
New or pre-owned, bling or budget, big or small, Woody Folsom Ford has them all. And ask about the lifetime powertrain warranty. It all starts when you talk to Woody.
It's gone!
Go Pirates!
Trinity Electrical Services is proud to provide the absolute best in industrial and commercial lighting. Folks from all around trust Trinity. They set the industry standard in industrial and commercial contracting work, including sports field lighting and airfield construction. Give owner Chad Hutchinson a call today. 912-366-7773. Again, that number, 912-366-7773. Trinity Electrical Services, located at 2317 Golden House West, Suite 4 in Baxley.
Looking for the perfect manufactured or modular home? Look no further. Introducing Uri's Home Center, your premier manufactured home dealer serving Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. At Uri's Home Center, we're committed to finding you the ideal manufactured or modular home that fits your lifestyle and budget. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a growing family, or looking to downsize, we have the home for you. Call us today, 912-240-0111, or visit us on the web at uris.com. That's YUREZZ.com. Promotional offers and availability may vary. See store for details.
New pitcher on the mound here in the top of the 5th. I said the 6th going to break. I apologize for that, as they do have 5 innings on the board out there. That's what confused me. Yes, but it is the top of the 5th. As Nance will get the call here with the bases loaded. And a few defensive changes. Like E. Watson's in the left, Walls is in center now, and Jack Carter re-entered back into right field. Nate Livingston going to go out and have a word with Nate Nance. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Pirates, 3 runs on 5 hits for the Herons. So it's been neck and neck the whole way here. It's about as evenly matched in this game as you can get. And Nance has come into a volatile situation with nobody out, bases loaded, and he's got to find a miracle to get out of this game.
That is right, and this is not the situation you would like to be in if you're Nance, and definitely not the first Heron you'd like to see in the box, as Brody Yeomans is still one of the better hitters in the region, has not had a very good game tonight, but he only need one small thing to happen here. So he hasn't had a good game, but you know what that means, staff. He is due. And we know a hitter like himself is hard to keep down for a long period of time.
He's going to square around the bunt. He gets it down. Here comes Nance with a glove flip to home, and he's able to get out number 1. And that's a very interesting call.
It is a very interesting call because I believe Brody Yeoman's missed the sign, Taft. As I watched the Brantley County head coach in the third base coaching box the entire time, and as soon as the Yeoman squared around to bunt, he threw his hands up as in, what in the world are you doing? So I believe the coach was on the same page as we were, and Yeoman's just simply missed a sign there.
That might be the case, as you wouldn't have thought that's where he would have done it in that spot. But we'll take the out, as that one's going to bounce in the dirt, and Livingston's able to keep it in front of him.
And I am almost 100% sure that it was just simply a missed sign. And with Brody Yeomans being the ball player he is, I know that he did not want to disobey the coach there, but you've got to think, as that fastball misses outside from Nance, you've got to think in this situation, going back to my playing days, Taft, if the bases are loaded and nobody's out, and we are in a crucial situation, and Coach Smith tells me to square around to bunt with a force at home plate,
that breaking ball catches his own.
I am going to step out of the box and think about it for a second and make sure everything is as is.
Right. I agree. 2-1 pitch from Nance. Swung on, fouled back into the net. Now 2-2. And if Nance can come in with nobody out and get out of this jam, what a job that would be. And you could be a ground ball away from that.
Two and two here to Trip Hendricks.
I feel like Nance is having a tough time seeing the signs.
He is. This is a very tough sky. It's getting darker
by the moment.
Yeah, by the moment. A little earlier than it normally is.
Swing and a miss. Actually, he got a piece of it.
He did. Foul ball.
I can typically hear it, but I didn't hear that one.
So I didn't either.
I thought he missed it.
Which wouldn't have been terrible, was Hendricks still would have been out there if he did not foul it off.
So 2-2. Pitch on the way. That's in the dirt, and that one does get by Nance. Got a good bounce off the wall. Not going to be able to get him at home, and Brantley County takes a 4-3 lead.
And that is the one thing we did not need to happen. Everything has looked good so far since Nance came in, but just lost the handles on the breaking ball there. And threw it about 57 feet. And Nate has got in front of a lot, but couldn't keep that one in front of him, as that was a very tough one.
Yes, it was. And it almost worked in our favor as we got a good kick off of the wall, but almost too good of a kick. So 2-2. Called strike 3 on the outside half.
So one pitch too late there, as the Herons have taken the lead. But better than nothing.
The 3-hole hitter, Colt Thrift.
He got hit by a pitch. He walked and hit into a fielder's choice back in the first inning.
He started to call it a strike, but he changed his mind 1-0.
As he would have heard it there.
Yes, he would have, but you seen his hand raised.
He did.
1-0 pitch from Nance as the Herons have the Braves chant going in the dugout. That one's up in the zone. He's behind 2-0. Pitch. Same exact result. 3-0. That one's going to miss around the ankles. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk for Nance. And that's going to load them up again for the Herons. So once again, not the end of the world. You do have a force on at any bag here. But the downside is you bring up the cleanup man, Austin Nipper.
You do, and if anybody's doing this series, Taff, it is Austin Nipper, and we do know that he and Brody Yeomans are the two biggest threats the Brantley County Herons possess. And with the way things have been going for the Pirates, Austin Nipper possibly could get going right here. And home plate umpire does grant him a late time.
So Nance ready to go now. And the first pitch. Hard line drive, foul into the Pirate bullpen.
And Kyle Miller makes a very good catch down there in the bullpen.
Barehanded.
If we were in Savannah watching the Bananas play the Party Animals, I believe that counts for our third out there, Taff. Maybe we need to adopt that here in Baxley. So Nance ahead in the count here to Nipper.
What a job by Nate Livingston to keep that ball in front of him.
As the pitching staff sure does owe Nate Livingston a meal or two.
I was going to say a couple of lunches.
As he is earning his keep behind the plate tonight, as he always has been a very gritty and defensively sound catcher.
Never complains, just does his job. 1-1. That one's in there for a called strike. 1-2. Now, I think the way Nate framed that made people think it was a much worse pitch, but it was a pretty good one.
I believe Nate got crossed up on that pitch. As that slider got in on him quicker than he thought it would. 1-2 to Nipper.
In the dirt. Livingston has to break it down again and keep it in front, and it's 2-2.
Man, he's going to walk the ball out there to Nance, chat with him real quick. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top half of the 5th. Brantley County has plated one and taken the lead here, 4-3. Nowhere to put Nipper.
If you're a superstitious person, there is triple deuces on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And if we ever need it to hold true, it's right here.
We sure do.
Popped up. I believe it's going to get out of play over the first base dugout, and it does. And Nipper stays alive. And if you just look at Nipper in the box, boy, he sure looks the part.
He sure does. Looks like your typical catcher. Got the catcher frame. Even got the catcher towel hanging out his back right pocket.
All them catchers keep that towel in that right pocket.
Thick lower body and
swung on the line, foul.
And several feet from being a 6-3, if not 7-3 ball game.
Yeah, runner at first got a great jump.
And he's going to continue to get that great jump as Nance is in the windup. So the only thing he's really got to worry about is a snap throw from Nate Livingston. And Landon Anderson's playing several steps behind him.
And Nipper is fighting that tooth and nail here and fouls that one off. Great battle. So 2-2 still the count. 2 outs, bases loaded for the Herons. 4-3 is your score. Brantley County leads. That one's going to be popped up, and I believe that will stay in play. Landon Anderson's calling for it. He makes the catch for out number 3. And they only get 1 out of that, Mason. You got to feel like that's a pretty good win.
That's a massive win if you're a Pirate and if you're a Pirate fan, as that was on several different occasions a few inches away from being a 6-3, 7-3 ball game heading into the bottom of the 5th, but we'll take it as a Pirate. And heading into the bottom half of the 5th, it is 4-3. Brantley County does take the lead in the top half, and we're heading into the bottom half for the Pirates to get a swing at it. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7 The Big Wolf.
This is Gretchen Bailey, Appleton County Probate Judge. Appleton County has always been my home. The Appleton County Pirates have always been my hometown team. Roots are what bind a community, and they run deep in this Appleton County resident. The Appleton County Probate Court documents your roots, and with each new birth, those roots continue to grow. I desire to honor my roots by serving the citizens of Appleton County. Honor your roots this election. Make your voice heard, and re-elect Gretchen Bailey, Appleton County Probate Judge.
Paid for by the candidate. You've reached Cody's cell phone. Please leave me a message after the beep and I'll call you back.
Hey man, listen, I know your trailer's busted and you want to borrow mine, but I'm going to need it this weekend. So just do what I did. Go to Down to Earth Trailers in Baxley. Their parts showroom is huge. They will hook you up with everything you need to get your trailer up and running like brand new. They have a huge selection. They've been in business for over 20 years, so you know they're in it for the long haul. Give Down to Earth Trailers a call at 877-363-3007.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
See Rents and Rents Insurance on South Main Street in Baxley or call 912-367-1479 for all your insurance needs.
That ball's going to be popped up and foul out of play. That's Nolan Sykes in the box. Trip Hendricks still on the mound for the Herons. And the Pirates trying to get back in this game. And a 4-3 lead for Brantley. Good breaking ball in there for a called strike. Very evenly matched game so far. 4 runs on 5 hits for Brantley, 3 runs on 5 hits for the Pirates.
Yeah, about as evenly matched as you get across the board, Taft.
But if you're the Pirates, you got to feel like you give them several opportunities to have this lead.
Of those 4, you've given them at least 2 or 3 runs.
And that one's going to bounce off the wall. Foul.
So 9-1-2 for your Pirates. If we're going to tie this baseball game before the rain hits, now is the time.
1-2 off speed in the dirt. Now 2-2.
Great job of laying off that breaking ball by Nolan Sykes. Started about knee high and ended in the dirt. 2-2.
The most delayed third strike call I think I've ever seen, and that'll be out number 1.
Wow. I can truly say wow, as there was probably a solid 2 to 3 seconds between the ball hitting the glove and what you thought was ball 3.
Sykes was getting ready to get in his pants again.
He was, and then 3 seconds later he gets rung up. So out number 1.
Colin Ewaldson hit the ground ball over to the first baseman. It sticks to the ground, and he makes the play as he goes to first himself and touches the bag for out number 2. Wind's really picking up.
It is, as that rain's blowing in. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 5th. He's going to bring up Grayson Hall. Hall's 0 for 2 on the night. Grounded out to the second baseman and grounded out to the third baseman.
Ground ball, 3 hops to the shortstop, and he has a backhand that he can't come up with it cleanly. And I don't know if he throws Hall out in that situation.
That's a very tough play for the shortstop, ranging deep into the 5-6 hole. Ideally, you would like your third baseman to get over there and cut that ball off before it gets there, as it was hit probably 6 to 8 feet beyond Caden Hendricks' left side. So Grayson Hall finds his first hit of the afternoon.
Going to bring up Jason Griffiths. There's the bottom of that zone for this umpire. He gets the call, though, 0-1.
So if we're looking to go up 1 right here, this is the man we want in the box. As you've got a small wind blowing out to right center now.
And he waited back on the breaking ball, but came up empty.
He did. And I believe he had one thing on his mind there. And that was to put the Pirates up 1 run.
So Griffiths behind 0-2. Way out, and it's 1-2. We haven't seen many pickoff attempts from the lefty Hendricks.
So you already have to watch out for. You know the lefty's going to have a deceptive move.
As Dason is going to get a piece of that and hit it foul down the third base line. If you watch Grayson, he's jumping back just about every time he goes into his motion. Which, like you said, it's one of those things you just have to respect as a base runner for just about any lefty.
You do, because the last thing you want to do is get picked off here in this situation.
That one almost hit Dason in the back foot, but it didn't. 2-2 now.
Come on,
So Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here to the Pirates shortstop and 3-hole hitter Dason Griffiths.
On the ground to the shortstop, and it takes a wild hop on him, and he cannot field that cleanly. And Dason is going to reach.
So Dason is able to reach on the East 6, and Brantley County is doing everything they can to give us a prime opportunity to tie this baseball game.
They are, and it's bringing up a hot 6 in the box. And then Nate Livingston. He's had 2 of the harder hit balls of the season for him in the past 2 games.
That he has. Doubled in his first at bat. We could use half of that now.
We sure could.
5-6 hole is wide open.
Grayson Hall speed out at second, as that one's going to hit him.
And Nate takes the breaking ball off of the thigh.
Nothing unusual.
And once again, as it is getting a little chippy here, region matchup, but I can assure you one thing, Tapp. Nate Livingston did not get hit on purpose with a breaking ball.
No, most definitely not. But they both gave each other a little look going down the line.
They did, as rightfully so. I believe our pitching staff's hit 4 or 5 herons tonight, so have. And NJ Nats with an opportunity to tie this baseball game, if not give the Pirates the lead.
And that one's going to be foul towards the Pirate dugout.
And the rain is creeping in, as the last update I got on the radar is we are looking at 10 to 12 minutes, and we will be getting wet. So very big at bat here. Looming large.
And ground ball to the third baseman. It's going to be a bang-bang play at third, and they got him. As I'll let you explain that one.
As Caden Hendricks was hugging the line, and got over to the ball, hit off of his chest, and he was able to corral the baseball and had to actually dive and touch third base with his glove for the force, and that was able to give the Brantley County Herons the third out here in the bottom half of the fifth, and they do hold on to that one-run lead by a score of 4-3, and we are heading into the top half of the sixth. You're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, the Big Wolf.
Let's go for a slice. Village Pizza in Baxley has the best pizza around. Everybody knows that, but did you know they've also got a variety of delicious cheese sticks, fresh sandwiches, and barbecue and hot wings? Why not treat yourself to the lunch buffet? It's chock full of just about everything your heart and stomach desires, and it's available from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. They've got a party room in the back, perfect for birthday parties and meetings. Village Pizza on North Main Street in Baxley, open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 9 p.m. Give Village Pizza a call, 912-367-9851.
Getting only one fuel bill a month sure saves time and money, and that's just one of the many benefits since Murray Oil and Omaha Oil have teamed up. The combined businesses mean better pricing on most petroleum products. Be sure to fill up at the convenient key pumps just off South Main Street in Baxley, where all grades of fuel are available. And now when you need diesel, they make it easy to get your DEF fluid at the same time with their convenient DEF pump, only at Omaha Oil. Murray Oil and Omaha Oil, working together to better serve you.
When should you call Lisa Pierce at the Lisa Pierce Agency in Baxley? If you drive this. If you fly this. If you ride this. Lisa Pierce is serious about protecting your business investments and toys. Stop and see Lisa Pierce at 395 West Parker Street in Baxley, or call her at 912-367-4100. She makes it personal.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Avery Son's going to lead things off for the Brantley County Herons here in the top of the sixth. Brantley County leading by a score of 4-3. NJ Nance still on the mound. First pitch for him. Catches the black on the inside corner, 0-1. Three runs in the fourth for Brantley, one in the fifth. Gives them their four. Pirates had one in the second and two in the third. They sit at 3. Is that pitch going to miss? 1-1. And that's out of the line. A good bit outside. 2-1 now. That one's in the dirt and all the way to the backstop. And that's in danger of surrendering a leadoff walk here in a 3-1 count. Five, 6, 7 due up here. Son's 0 for 1 on the day. Has reached base a couple of times. 3-1 way up in the zone. And that is the leadoff walk that I spoke of. And I do see some action down in the Pirate bullpen. Could potentially be a J.E. Sykes or a Caden Walls. Can't see it. Oxwood's going to be the pinch hitter for Koger. As he's going to swing and foul that one off a play. And it's 0-1. Very good lead over at first, as he's going to do the exact same thing with the fastball there, and it's 0-2 quickly. So 4-3, still your score. Brantley County leads. Top of the 6th. Not sure where that missed. Had to be just a touch inside, as it's 1-2 now. Pretty good pitch from Nance. Got a 4-step lead at first. Comes across his body with a fastball and misses outside, 2-2. That one's going to be hit off the hands to Nance out at second. He looks at second. He's going to go to first with it instead and pick up the easy out. And that'll be out number 1. As he did not have a play at second, as he stumbled a little bit when he made that play. So smart job to get the out. So that'll be Son as it moves up to second. And the 3-for-3 Hendricks is in the box now. And there's the first flash of light that I've seen since early on. And I think I just felt the first drop of rain. And that one's going to bounce in the dirt. And it's 1-0 to Hendricks, and this is a guy we got to be careful with, the runner in scoring position.
Is that Avery Sons out at second base, Taff? I do apologize. I had to step away for a second.
He reached by way of a walk. And that one catches the outer half of the zone.
Then I would take a sacrifice bunt.
No, a swinging bunt to Nance, and he went to first for the out. He did not bunt.
Did not bunt. Fielder's choice?
Yeah. No. They got him at first.
Oh, gotcha.
1-1 ground ball hit over to Landon Anderson, goes down to a knee, makes the catch, and that'll be out number 2 as he steps on first as full.
Very good-looking play there from Anderson, as he made that look routine and easy, and I assure you one thing, it is not that.
So Anderson with the 3 unassisted. Son did move up to third, and he's just 90 feet away. He represents the 5th run for the Herons. And Nolan Guy, small left-handed hitter for the Herons, has a big hack at it. But he comes up empty. Oh, 1 pitch, and the dirt going to get all the way to the backstop, and no chance to throw the runner out here. As the Pirates are going to give up another run.
And that is 5-3. Pirates trailing by 2 now. Getting late here, and the rain is moving in quick.
Now Sons is going to score on the wild pitch. So bases are empty now. That one's built high right down the middle, and it's 1-2.
Had a little extra life on that fastball.
He did. So 5-3 is your score now. Brantley County leads.
This is a severe thunderstorm warning. The National Weather Service in Jacksonville has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Coffee County in southeastern Georgia, northeastern Atkinson County in southeastern Georgia until 8:30 p.m. At 8 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Pearson, moving east at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Pearson and Axon. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will send a report to the National Weather Service office in Jacksonville. Large hail, damaging wind, and continuous cloud-to-ground lightning are occurring with this storm. Move indoors immediately. Lightning is one of nature's leading killers. Remember, if you can hear thunder, you are close enough to be struck by lightning. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 8:30 p.m. for the following counties in Georgia: Atkinson and Coffee.
Come on out and apply to Williams Brothers Trucking. WBT cares about the safety of their employees, and they want you as a part of their family. They offer great benefits, competitive pay, 401k, health care, and hauls that will have you back home every day. We look forward to working better together with you. Williams Brothers Trucking wants to wish the Appleton County Pirate baseball team good luck this season, and go Pirates.
And rain begins to fall here in the bottom of the sixth.
That it does, Taft.
And J.E. Sykes tries to check his swing on the first pitch from Hendricks and is not able to do so, and this radar is not looking good.
It is not, as we are right in the middle of it. Another breaking ball there from Hendricks.
If we get this game finished, it will shock me. So 1-1 the count. And that one's going to miss outside, 2-1.
Good-looking pitch from Hendricks there. Did not get the call.
That breaking ball catches the outside corner.
Brings it in the back door there. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trip Hendricks did a very good job tonight of keeping these Pirates off balance.
Lance fouls that one back off of the, almost off of the light pole, but gets over the visitor stands here. And yeah, now I'm beginning to feel the rain pretty good.
That I am too.
As that one is right down the middle, and J.E. watches it for out number 1. Hear the thunder roll in the background.
That it does.
As I believe they just told them to get off the field.
And that could possibly be your ball game.
Very potentially, as I don't think this is going anywhere anytime soon, looking at this radar. As we probably need to get this equipment out of the rain as well.
That we do.
But as of it stands right now, we're in the bottom of the 6th. Pirates trail by a score of 5-3. We do not know if we will be back with you or not. If we're not, this game will be official and the Pirates will take the loss by a score of 5-3. But we'll run some commercials and play you a little music, and we'll see how it turns out. So you're listening to Pirate Baseball on 96.7, The Big Wolf.
Are you ready to make the change to a career that empowers you to make a difference? Georgia Allied Health Institute in Hazelhurst is training students for high-paying, in-demand jobs that matter. They offer programs including patient care technician, ultrasound technician, phlebotomy technician, dialysis technician, medical assistant, and certified nursing assistant. They also offer a prep course for RN students who need to prepare for the NCLEX. Give Georgia Allied Health Institute a call today, 770-370-7686, or visit them online at alliedhealthinst.com.
Nothing beats that ride home after winning the big game, especially if you're riding home in your new ride from Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC. Woody's highly trained team has been coached to get you the most car for your money and the most money for your car. Let us go to bat for you. Whether you're looking for the latest, greatest, top-of-the-line sports car or a safe, sensible SUV to take the kids to and from the game, you'll find your perfect ride when you talk to Woody. Together, let's drive to Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC in Baxley.
Hey y'all, this is Appleton County Sheriff Mark Melton, proud supporter of our Pirate baseball team. I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve you as sheriff. I'm seeking re-election and I'm counting on your vote. When it comes to serving and protecting the citizens of Appleton County, my staff and I will crowd the plate and swing for the fences every single time. So help us hit a home run this election season. I'm Sheriff Mark Melton and I approve this message.
You've been listening to Appleton County Pirate Baseball on the Big Wolf 96.7. This broadcast has been brought to you by Community Bank, Rents Insurance, Sykes Propane, Down to Earth Trailers, Woody Folsom Ford, Woody Folsom Chevrolet Buick GMC, Uri's Home Center, Trinity Electric, Murray Oil, Village Pizza, South Georgia Insurance Agency, Williams Brothers Trucking, Healthy Community Center, the Lisa Pierce Farmers Insurance Agency, and Omaha Building Systems. Thank you to our sponsors.